What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with Tesla SPY and a couple of other tickers. I'm also going to break down some good news that came out from Citi as they're actually upgrading their price target for Tesla, not to mention some new technical developments on the charts. But let me just mention that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Moomoo and deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. Put in $1,000, you're guaranteed 15 in total. Anyways, for Tesla, we're looking pretty good right now, holding above our 4-hour 20 EMA at 248.41, and the share price is currently at 250 a share. So we're doing a very, very good job at holding up. And we're in a very, very nice place for next week, in a very, very nice looking position, which does favor more upside for Tesla, SPY, and the overall market. So I want to break down more information about this in the next couple of minutes, but let's first talk about some data. Just know that for next week on Monday, we don't really have too much data coming out. We just have Jerome Powell giving a speech, so we don't have to worry about market open for anything too crazy coming out on the data side. But we do have some big bank earnings. We have Goldman Sachs and BlackRock also announcing earnings on Monday before the market opens. So if you're interested in playing these tickers, if you're interested in like watching them, you guys could be a little bit careful if you are playing them because things could be very risky depending on how we open on Monday. Could this affect the market? Yes, it could have an effect on the market overall. But like I said in my earlier videos, we're still looking like we have a nice uptrend that's being established, and I'm not sure if that's enough to really tank the markets like to a large extent. So far technicals look very bullish, and going into next week we're looking very strong as the market's breaking through new all-time highs, possibly regardless of what earnings give us. All right, so moving forward, I just want to mention that we had some big news that came out as well. We also got a big price upgrade from Citi on EV and AI Catalyst, and this is some very, very great news. Tesla's finished positive in 11 of the 12 last trading days on Wall Street, which is not bad whatsoever, giving Citi a reason to upgrade the stock's price based off catalysts in both the electric space, not to mention the AI sentiments. So what's happening right here is Citi has boosted their price target from $182 a share to $274, maintaining a neutral rating. Overall, that's actually some great news. They think Tesla's going to run up to 274 a share. And once again, they're very, very bullish after what we've been seeing. They also mentioned that the Q2 delivery beat was also encouraging to help them increase their estimates. And they're saying that there's going to be improvements to EV sentiments this summer. They also believe that the core EV fundamentals alone are unlikely to support significantly further upside for Tesla, but they think that AI catalysts are going to be the next targets to really help this thing push. So they're kind of implying that yes, there were hardships in the EV sector, especially with margins, and they think that EVs alone are not the main reason why Tesla's going to see some more upside, but AI hype is going to once again solidify this view, at least moving forward. So that is good news, at least for them moving forward. Good news for Tesla as we're seeing more upgrades and more analysts becoming excited, and that's great news in my personal opinion. There's also news coming out that the Cybertruck was the best-selling vehicle over $100,000 in June in the USA. So it's great news as well. We're starting to see a lot more sales for the Cybertruck, a lot more upgrades, and I think it's very, very awesome to see this. It's getting a lot of hype. I'm starting to see more and more of them on the streets, and it's becoming more exciting to see them. They've sold more than 3,200 units in June, according to the reports, and they're continuing to get more sales. This is great. They're actually one of the top selling cars for the entire month of June, over $100,000. And there's some articles saying that EV prices did actually drive higher because of the Cybertruck. I wouldn't solely say it's because of that, because generally prices do increase during this period anyways, especially for the month of June as we approach the summer period. But still, like I said before, the average price for EVs did go up just slightly because of the Cybertruck. That is technically true. Would I say that all other prices went up because of it? I wouldn't necessarily say that. It depends on other factors that affect us, especially for the month of June. But things are still looking pretty interesting, at least for Tesla. A lot of hype is coming out, a lot of bullish catalysts, and I can't wait to see when the Cybertruck gets scaled. I can't wait to see more of them on the streets. So what's happening on the 4-hour time frame? We're holding up our key support very, very nicely, and we have a lot more bullish momentum that's building. So going into next week, we are looking more bullish, and Tesla's holding up well. Let's just see if we close above 250. As long as we close above that, we're going to be fine. As long as we close above 248, actually, we're going to be fine. Even if we close below 250, we're going to be fine. But I'm just trying to say a close above 250 would be ideal. It would be a lot stronger for Tesla, and that would favor more upside for next week. So far, so good from Tesla. For SPY, we're breaking to new all-time highs. We're actually testing the all-time high right over here. I mentioned to everyone that if we break past 560, watch 561.69. And if that broke, our next target is going to be very close to about 564. I think a little bit under, but very close to 564. So great job by SPY looking bullish on the 4 hour, and this still favors more upside next week. It's very strong. It's continuing to rip, continuing to rally. Despite what the news told us, it's still doing a great job. ES is leading the way up. It actually broke past this resistance right here. So we talked about 5660. If this broke, we'd be looking for a bigger push for 5680 and then the all-time high. That's where ES is going to, leading SPY up. It still looks more bullish. Lo and behold, Nvidia, we actually broke past 130. We're also above our 131.5 resistance, approaching 132. Next target is going to be closer to 133.8 to 135. We look more bullish on Nvidia. We're favoring more upside. For Bitcoin, Bitcoin's also looking a little bit more bullish. We're actually trying to break out. Want to see this thing hold above 58,000, and this could continue to push from here towards higher levels like 58,800. We have support currently around 57,600. If we end up losing that, we'd be turning back down. But Bitcoin is building momentum. It's also pushing with the market, so I could be looking for a push for 58,800. We're looking pretty good on Bitcoin. There is potential in it. Not as strong as SPY and the others, but there is still, once again, some potential. For the QQQ, we've broken past our 20 EMA, holding above it. I said if this breaks, we're going all the way up to 498, if not 500. Lo and behold, we actually tagged or came very close to 500. We're pushing up very nicely on the triple Q. The reason why the triple Q is not as strong as SPY is because not all of tech is like running as hard. Some stocks are leading it, like Nvidia and Apple, but other stocks are not looking as strong. That's why it's not as strong as SPY, but still, it is still pushing very nicely. Even though we're not at all-time highs yet, we do have potential to try to push more. We'll see if we could try to get close to 500 next week. I do see more potential for that, so it's looking pretty good. Apple's looking more bullish, breaking and holding above our 20 EMA. Going to be looking for a push for this 232.5 area. If that breaks, we'll look for even more upside. For the IWM, we're looking more bullish. We have 214 as resistance. I think this could continue to go up to 215. Looking very bullish in my personal opinion. I think there's going to be a lot more upside for the IWM, the Russell for the summer. Amazon's trying to get back above its 50 EMA around 195.7. We haven't broken it yet, but we're trying. So I'm seeing some life, but we haven't broken key resistance quite yet. Meta's dipping a bit. We're going to be looking at support currently around 500 and 497. We also have resistance around 508 and then basically 516 after that. Meta's on a bit of a downtrend, so it could dip a little bit lower, but overall, we're holding support nicely, and I do see potential in this chart. For Microsoft, we have a nice kind of like bottoming structure right over here. We have resistance around 456.5. If this breaks, we're going up to 459. Watch resistance at 456.5. We'll see if we can break this or not. I think it's going to try to test that maybe later on. And then Google is showing a little bit of life. It's actually trying to hold above 187.2. So if we hold above that tomorrow, by tomorrow I mean next week. Next week we could be going up to 189 plus. There could be a little push coming, but we got to try to hold above 187.2. There is some potential in Google. GameStop looks so to me. We have resistance currently around 26.5. It's kind of shuffling here, but as long as we close above 26, we'll be in a better place. I would have loved to see it close above 26.5, so it's looking so. AMC is looking decent, kind of shuffling. If we close above 5.25, I could be looking for more of a push next week. But so far, it's just kind of like consolidating. With that being said, thank you all so much for listening. Tesla's looking pretty good. Let's see if we close above 250. As long as we close above 248, we're going to be in a better position. I'm hoping we get a good close, and we're looking pretty strong from a technical standpoint, in my personal opinion. With that being said, it's awesome to see these new upgrades for Tesla. It's awesome to see some good news about the Cybertruck, and we're looking pretty good as we're positioning into next week. So get ready for market close, guys. Don't forget we have some bank earnings before the market opens on Monday, and do what you have to do when it comes to positioning, hedging, whatever you guys want to do. I just want to say I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys very soon on the next one. Thanks again, and peace out.